In this video, we are going to discuss evaluating algebraic expressions. Previously, we have talked about writing algebraic expressions, and now we are going to be evaluating them. So let's get started. All right, so a couple of things that we need to remember is that a variable is a symbol, and it's usually a letter that stands for something else. It stands for the unknown. For instance, like if we wanted to find out how much we would work for any number of hours, we don't know the specific number of hours, we would use a variable. An algebraic expression contains numbers, operations, and variables. I do want to point out, actually, it does not have to contain numbers. It can just be all variables, but usually it does contain numbers. All right, to evaluate an algebraic expression means to find the value of it or given specific values for each variable. So basically, it's going to tell us, hey, the variable is going to equal this, solve it. So that is what we are going to be looking at. So first thing we need to do is we need to plug in the given value for each variable. So if it tells us that x equals 2, we're going to plug in 2 for x or replace it. After that, we are going to evaluate it using the good old order of operations. And don't forget a number right next to a variable. So a coefficient and variable together means to multiply. So just a few reminders here. All right, let's see what this looks like in action. Evaluate each algebraic expression when a equals 5 and b equals 2. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to plug in the different variables. So here, remember, if it's a coefficient and variable together, it means to multiply. So this 3a is really 3 times a. And it is telling us that a equals 5, so 3 times 5, the value of that expression would be 15. All right, now let's try 5 plus b. It's telling us up here that b equals 2. So 5 plus 2 would equal 7. All right, let's get into 2a plus b. 2 times a and then plus b. Remember that 2a means 2 times a. So we're going to plug in the 5. 2 times 5 plus 2. 2 times 5 would give us 10, plus 2 would give us 12. All right, last but not least, a minus b. We know that a is 5, b is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. All right, let's move on. Evaluate each expression where a equals 10 and b equals 15. I'm only going to do this a couple of these. We're not going to do all of these. All right. I'm going to skip down to the second one. A squared minus b. So we're going to plug in a for 10 for a. So 10 squared minus 15 for b. We know that 10 squared is the same as 10 times 10, which is 100. So this would be 100 minus 15, which is 85. All right, now let's skip down to the third one, 2ab. So this is really 2 times a, which is 10, times b, which is 15, because those are all multiplication. If there is no symbol, it's multiplication. 2 times 10 is 20. 20 times 15 would be 300. And let's look at this last one here. 3a, so that would be 3 times 10 because it says to plug in 10 for a, plus 15 because it says to plug in 15 for b. 3 times 10 is 30. 30 plus 15, 45. All right, so those are just the basics, and I know that you didn't think it was going to be this easy. Let's add in some real-world problems now. So, let's take a look here. Bruce is taking a taxi to the airport. The taxi charges an initial fee of $2 and then $3 per mile. We're going to write an algebraic expression for the cost of the taxi ride of m miles. And then we're going to figure out what would it cost if we went 8 miles. So first thing we need to do is write the expression. And this is what we talked about in our last lesson. So this expression here would be the $2, the fee, and then and is going to mean we're going to add $3 per mile, which we can represent as 3m, 3 times the number of miles. Remember, per and each are always going to mean multiplication. So the $2 is the fee plus the $3 per mile. So that is our expression, 2 plus 3m. Now it says to evaluate the cost to find out how much an 8-mile taxi ride would be. So we're going to plug in 8 for the number of miles. 2 plus 3 times 8 miles, because we're plugging in 8 for m, or the number of miles. 3 times 8 is 24. 2 plus 24, so the taxi ride for 8 miles would cost $26. All right, let's move on. You are buying balloons for a party. A small balloon costs $3. A large balloon costs $5. Write an algebraic expression for the cost of X small balloons and Y large balloons. Then find the cost of 15 small balloons and 9 large balloons. Okay, so first, we need to figure out what our expression is going to be. So we know we have small balloons and large balloons. So we're going to be adding the cost of those two things together. So a small balloon is $3, and we're representing that with X. So the small balloons would be 3 times X. The large balloons are $5, and we want to represent that with Y. So we're going to add the 3 times Y. Sorry, 5 times Y. So our expression would be the small balloons and the large balloons together, 3x plus 5y. Now find the total cost for 15 small balloons and 9 large balloons. So we're going to be doing 3 times 15 plus 5 times 9 large balloons. 3 times 15 is 45. $5 times 9. Oh, I actually did not even do that on purpose. That just happened to work out that they're both going to cost the same. 3 times 15 is 45. 5 times 9 is 45. $45 for the small, $45 for the large makes a total of $90. Alrighty, so we are going to stop here and we will review this. So if you have any questions, just jot them down and we will talk about them. All right, bye guys.